Come on in to Sister's Tarot. Gather round, everyone. I have here my trusty magic 8-ball. Let's take a look inside, see what it has to show us today. This is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave out the rest. If you don't resonate with the reading, feel free to check out my other videos. You may have some messages there. Now, without further ado, let's start the reading. I hope you had a good weekend and that the week is going great so far for you and that all is well. And I'm using the Stranger Things Tarot. We have the 5 of Scoops, which is the 5 of Pentacles. The 10 of Scoops, which is the 10 of Pentacles. The 5 of Strands in reverse, which is the 5 of Wands in reverse. And we have the Devil. At the bottom of the deck, we have 7 of Dice, which is a 7 of Swords. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start with the 5 of Scoops, which is 5 of Pentacles. I'm picking up you've been broken down and felt a bit out of sorts and out of your element even, due to some form of chaos is what I'm picking up, especially because of all this. And that it feels like the foundation that you've been trying to work on is crumbling as you're trying to build up what you're building up. It's breaking loose. But I'm picking up it's because you needed to build your structure of the foundation, metaphorically speaking, of course, not an actual, but I feel like I need to put that out there. You needed to take more of your time on a project or an endeavor or even possibly a business. But because you wanted to rush things, is what I'm picking up, it's starting to show itself because you're starting to have the breakage happening. And because of that, you're at a loss. But this needs to happen. I'm picking up, even though the card's not here, I'm picking up a Tower. So this endeavor or project is about to fall apart but because you had a faulty foundation that you built upon it, because you did not go brick by brick, layer by layer. You rushed through things, so therefore you missed some key important elements is what I'm picking up, and you didn't cross your T's and dot your I's the way that you needed to. And because of that, I'm picking up, you might even be going on the verge of a bankrupt because you missed something somewhere, and it's leaving you feeling out in the cold because of it. And you might even be having some form of financial losses due to that. And then we have the 5 of scoops, which is a 10 of scoops, which is the 10 of pentacles. So this definitely has to do with your foundation of your structure of your business endeavor or project. And when I'm picking up with him holding his arms like this in the cross there, you're feeling a bit not only out of your element, but now you're feeling insecure. Because even though this is in the upright, you're still not feeling secure that you can build this back up or not. And that you're not sure how this is going to go. But with this 5 of strands, which is a 5 of wands in reverse, you're going to come out of your head, out of your head space, and you're going to have an aha moment. So that tower moment is going to happen. And it's going to help you see where you went wrong. And because of that, that's going to help you be able to move forward in the way you need. Now, we have the devil here. And when I'm picking up from that, especially with these alignment here, there is something that's going to try to interfere and get in your way. And it's something, so you have that to be watching out for. But not to let that keep you down. So there might be some kind of form of a bondage trying to happen to keep you from moving forward. Especially when in the normal tarot deck, you have the 2 people chained down. So there's going to be an interference to try to keep you from moving forward. Whether it's on a physical plane or spiritual plane. And it could be a combination of the two. But do not let that detour you. And then we have the 7 of dice, which is a 7 of swords here. So there's some form of deceit that's going on too. I'm picking up, there might be what part of this issue is too, is that there might have been some form of embezzlement being done when it comes to your project, endeavor, or your business. And that is some form of the reason why you have this foundation trying to break down. I'm going to go ahead and get a clarifier and use the vice versa to clarify this 7 of dice, which is the 7 of swords, and the devil, and see what needs to be shown more further into this situation. We have the 7 of wands in reverse. Okay, with this situation, oh, and then we have at the top here, the 10 of pentacles. Not 10 of pentacles. No, the 10 of wands. So you're burdened down due to that is what so there's a reason why I meant to say that. You're feel burdened down when it comes to your endeavor, project, or a business. Or endeavor, whatever you have you, or any of that. And that the loss, okay, I'm picking up, it's not so much that you didn't pay attention to what you were doing. You were not paying attention to the people that you might have, I'm picking up, hired. And that somehow they are embezzling in what's yours. And it's starting to show itself. And because this 7 of wands is in reverse, you feel as though not only you're at a loss, but you don't know how to stand your ground due to this. And because you also don't know what's hidden behind your back. So I'm picking up, you might not even be aware, some of you might not even be aware that was an embezzlement being done in your endeavor, project, or business. And that this is being brought to your attention, that you might need to look into that. And that you thought, to your knowledge, that it was something that you missed. And that's why I picked that up to begin with. Because that's what you initially thought was going on, when it wasn't that you didn't cross your T's or dot your I's correctly. Is because behind your back there was some form of embezzlement being done. And not only financially, but stealing company is what I'm picking up. Company, not endeavor, I'm not, equipment, okay, is what I'm also picking up. Possibly just anything that the business owned or your endeavor. So there's a reason why I said business. So this is more of someone who might own a business of some sort. And there is a mole in this situation, and as well as what I'm picking up, and someone that's embezzling behind your back that you might need to look into and go digging and do some form of research, and might even want to hire out a PI for this situation, a private investigator of some sort, to get a further investigation into the situation. Now I'm going to go ahead and clarify this Devil card too, and see what else needs to be shown in this situation. I'm picking up many of you that's watching this might not have been aware of this, and this needed to be brought to your attention, that it wasn't what you initially thought, which was you thought it was something you did wrong, when in fact there was something going on that was illegal activity going on within your business behind your back or endeavor. And then we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So I'm also picking up that part of this has to do with your creative endeavor. So they might have been trying to steal your ideas and what you're doing and use it as their own and trying to claim it as their own. So behind your back, there were, okay, I'm picking up a whole nother scenario too. So take the parts that resonate and use your own discernment is what I'm picking up. But I'm picking up they were stealing company. I can't get that right thing I'm trying to say. I feel like there's a reason why I can't pick it up, is because this is trying to stay hidden, but I'm going to push through what I'm trying to say. So I'm just going to take a minute to try to get it to come out. I'm picking up business clients, even taking some of your clients and your what the business owns. I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say here. It does not want to come out. Like equipment, any equipment or anything that the business owns, they have been stealing behind your back. So it's not just finances. It's been taking clients of yours behind your back, as well as what your business or endeavor owns, and starting a whole new business behind your back. Oh, I'm getting chills and goosebumps as I'm saying this. So this is something big. So they've been stealing your ideas, especially when we have this light bulb here too, and with this devil here energy, along with this 7 of dice. Not only have they been embezzling your money, but with the mole I'm picking up, they have been taking behind your back clients. If you have clientele, they've been taking that. And that they also been taking different forms of, so if you've been noticing some missing, especially with this 5 of scoops, which is 5 of pentacles, have you been noticing things been coming up missing and you just thought you misplaced it? No, it's not you. They also might have been trying to do certain things and saying certain things to make you think you're losing your mind, is what I'm also picking up. But no, you have not been losing your mind. They have been trying to make you think that, and behind your back, they have been taking things. So I'm picking up the reverse magician in this situation, where they're doing this, getting you to pay attention to something in front of you while behind your back they're also doing something else. So I'm picking up smoke and mirrors. So they've been trying to distract you. So someone's been distracting you to keep you distracted. And I'm also getting a decoy. So they put out a decoy to distract you while somebody was behind the scenes stealing from you and slowly trying to take away from your company or your endeavor and starting a whole different business. So you really might want to get a PI in this situation. And the more I'm seeing this, the more it might be actually turning more on a federal level too. So you really might want to go first get a PI, a personal investigator, to look into this situation, because I'm really picking up something heavily is very much wrong, and that you want to look into this on a deeper level, and it's not what you initially thought. It's not something you did wrong. It's some deceit going behind your back, and you need to find out about this. And I'm picking up this is being brought to your awareness, so that way before it all comes tumbling down upon you. I'm also picking up there might be some form of not blackmail. There's a reason why that came up though. So there might be some form of blackmail that they're using against someone to help them with this. But I'm picking up they may be trying to line things up to make you take the fall. So they're doing something underhanded. So you really want to make sure that you look into this before you take the fall for what they're doing. So there's definitely a lot of big things happening behind your back that you don't want to end up you being in trouble, but especially if this is really starting to look more on a federal level from what I'm picking up. So you immediately want to look into that situation is what I'm picking up on this. It's the first time I've ever picked up anything like this before. Wow, okay. Nope. So, excuse that. Wow, you really want to look into this. The advice in this situation is you want to go ahead and look into hiring somebody to look into this situation that would help you. And you might even want to get a lawyer in this case. So you really want to look into really look into this, because I'm picking up they want to make you a fall guy. So you may or may not even own the business or endeavor. You might be just a head person in some way, and someone wants to make you take the fall. But even if you are a business endeavor, there's still something they might be doing, and they're trying to make it look like you're the one that's doing this, and you're not. So you might want to look into this situation. So if you haven't already done this, like this is had not been on your radar, you might want to look into this, because this is big. You don't want to take a fall for something you didn't do, obviously. I mean, so if you don't want to take this fall, I'm picking up the advice is to really get the legal advice and help you need before this gets any bigger. Now this has been brought to your awareness, especially with this light bulb. So it's time to come out of your own head at this situation and really take action on this situation and talk to the right people. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the Oracle now and see what else is being shown in this situation, what else you need to see. Okay, we're going to start with the Archangel Oracle. Something, because this isn't even the type of readings I normally do, but apparently this needed to come through for somebody. So I wasn't going to, stop reading on it. If it's meant to come through, it's meant to come through. Just fly through. That's too many cards. I picked up something from that. Something's going to come through for you. I'm picking up, especially when I said flew through. Your spiritual team, God or your spiritual team, or a combination of it, is going to help you through this. This is why it's meant to come to your awareness. They're coming to your aid to bring this to your awareness, because they don't want you to take a fall for something you didn't do. Courage. Archangel Ariel, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. So they're letting you know, stand up for yourself. Don't cower down, don't back down, and do something about it. So go and take that action and go do something about this situation. Don't, even though you felt like this Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands in reverse, you need to now straighten your crown, so to speak. Now that this has been brought to your awareness, and some of this could be, for some of you, you might have had an idea, and this is clarification that you were on point. For the rest of you, which I'm picking up, most of you did not even know and were not aware of this. So this needed to be brought to your attention. But for the small few of you, I'm picking up to like 5 to 8 people. You might have had an idea, like your intuition was letting you know, or your instincts was letting you know something wasn't right, and that you were wondering if there was something fishy going on. And if so, for those of you that resonate with that part, this is your clarification of, yes, you were right. And that this is your sign that you were right, you were not wrong. And that I'm picking up, you might have even a gut feeling on this situation, and you were right. Of course, your gut's always right, so always rely on that. But for most of you that's going to resonate with this, watching this, you weren't even aware of this. You were just thinking it was possibly just something you did misplaced and done wrong in some way. But no, that is not the case. It's not you. It's some funny business going on behind your back. Okay, that's too many cards I'm going to turn over, so I'm not taking that. That's way too many cards. But this going to come out for a reason. I'm picking up, I need to still read on this. Leadership and creative writing. I'm picking up from this, not only do you want to take the lead, you want to get a lead investigator is what I'm picking up on this situation. And have them to write things down. So you write things down that you know, you make sure that you write everything down and document it and hand it over and let them help you with this situation so they can take it into a further investigation on their own. That's what I'm picking up from that. So this definitely needs to be documented down. So if you haven't already, now this has been brought, let me take this card first. Now that it's been brought to your awareness, start documenting things down for evidence, because this will also help your case, is what I'm picking up. So whatever you need, even if you need hidden cameras or something to prove your point, to show your innocence, is what I'm picking up. Especially if this is some form of embezzlement going on within the company or whatever endeavor you're working on, make sure that you're doing that. Now we have relationship and harmony. Archangel Oracle. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. Okay, now I see what the distraction was, because I was picking up decoy and the distraction. So there was some form of argument or conflict going on during this time to keep you distracted. So while you're distracted with all this chaos that was going on within the company or endeavor that you're working, that you have, but I'm picking up more heavily on a business, all this other stuff was happening behind your back. So they were they caused a decoy and had someone act out some kind of thing to distract you. So that way, behind your back, they were embezzling and they were taking things, but they were trying to also do things to frame you. That's the word I was trying to look for a while ago. Frame you. They're wanting to frame you to make you take the fall. So there was something, and I'm picking up, if you don't get something done now, it could end up on a federal level. So you don't want to do that to yourself. And this is why this is being brought to your awareness. And for those of you that had an idea, This is letting you know, yes, you're right, and you need to go on and act on the situation. Have the courage to stand up for yourself and go do something about it before this escalates out of hand to where you can't back yourself up and you end up backed up into a corner you can't get out of. So you want to take the action and start documenting things down, especially with that leadership that wanted to come out and creative writing. Forget the creative part, just the writing. Document things down, write things down, cameras, whatever you need to prove your innocence and to take it to some form of PI or any and talk to a lawyer and anybody else that's within the law, so you can find out what else you need to do to help yourself in this situation. Once you've proven that there is something going on, so you want to, before you even talk to someone, go ahead. Now that this has been brought to your awareness, don't let it be known that you were aware of this situation. Try your best to keep a poker face when I'm picking up, especially with this right here. Keep a poker face, just like this, a poker face, like you have no idea what's going on, and document the situation down, showing whether picking up. You might want to have some hidden cameras, so that way you can catch them in the act of what they're doing, to show that you're not the one involved, and show who is involved, so you don't take the fall for something you're not doing, and that the rightful people that are doing this injustice and this crime going on behind your back will be the ones to take the fall, as they should be. So you get your justice. I didn't mean to say it like that. Again, I normally don't even do these kind of reads. I usually try to do things more on shadow work and all of that sort of thing, but apparently whoever's viewing this needed to have this information, and I'm not going to stop reading on it. You know, that would be wrong of me, just because it's not the kind of readings I normally do. Crystal clear intentions. Archangel Michael, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. So I'm picking up, you need to go out and clear your mind so you can set your intentions in a pure way, and to make sure that you keep your emotions in check so you can keep your logical side and your intuition clear, is what I'm picking up. And that you're heavily protected by Archangel Michael in this situation, and that also Archangel Ariel and Archangel Regal. They're wanting to show themselves to you and let you know they're the ones that wanted to bring this to your attention. The reason why this is coming through this reading, especially since I don't normally do these kind of readings. But again, that would be wrong of me if I tried to stop the reading and not do it, because this is meant to come out for whoever is meant to view this reading. So make sure that you set those clear intentions, and the intention needs to be clear in your, I'm also picking up that clear intentions with the leadership and the writing part. Make sure that you get a clear picture is what I'm getting. So if you do have hidden cameras, make sure that there is nothing blocking it, but at the same time hidden, and make sure that you test it out to make sure that it doesn't have any fuzzy pictures, because you want to make sure that you get these people's faces clearly so that they can distinguish who is behind this. That's what I'm picking up. So make sure that if you do use cameras, hidden cameras, to help protect yourself in this situation, that it's got a clear view and that it's not fuzzy, so that the person's face can be seen clearly. And I'm also picking up, make sure that you get clear enough. If you do have audio to it, make sure that it's clear too, and that it doesn't have any stagnation to it as well. So, and I'm picking up with this cross right here. You're definitely heavily protected. This is another reason why this was meant to come through. This was definitely needed to come through to help somebody. I'm picking up, it might be quite a few of some people in this situation. regardless, this was meant to come through. So even though when you set your intentions to do a particular type of readings, sometimes that's not how that always works out. If something's meant to come out, because it could be somebody, let's say someone that might just either stumble across my videos, or that might be subscribed to this channel, that might be needing this particular read, because this needs to be brought to your awareness. So sometimes these things happen because of that. God wants to make sure, whether you believe in God or not, God or divine, the divine wants you to know what's going on behind your back, because God and Source does not want you to take the fall for something you didn't do. And that God and divine wants to make sure that the ones that are doing this crime is the ones that's caught up and do the time for their crime, and that you don't do time for something you didn't do. Clairaudience. Archangel Zadkiel. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind are from other people. Okay, I'm picking up from this that somebody that resonates with this could have some form of clairaudience. So you might be not only highly intuitive, but have some form of psychic abilities that you might not, I'm picking up, you might not fully developed. And that you definitely don't just necessarily do this on a regular basis. So for the ones of you that, the few that I've picked up, 5 to 8 people that might have had an inkling of an idea what's been going on, and you've ever doubted that you had clairaudience and that you thought maybe you were just losing your mind. No, you're not. This is part of your abilities. For whoever resonates with this part, trust what you're hearing. That's God and your spiritual team trying to help you out of this situation and let you know. So this is being brought to your attention through this reading to let you know, start listening. Take it serious. It's not in your mind, and to believe what you are being told through your clairaudience. And to trust your gut instincts and your intuition. Now for those of you that doesn't have this and was not even aware, I'm picking up again what I was picking up from this. Not only to get clear picture in your, if part of your documentation is going to be to film it, to make sure you have clear sound. So that just clarifies that. So take what parts resonate and leave out the rest, as I say at the beginning of, before doing any of the readings that I do. You'll know if you actually have clairaudience or not. And for those of you that don't, this still can apply to you, because this just backs up what I was saying when I was saying I was picking up that there was possibly making sure that you don't want to make sure that the sound, if you do use sound on it, to make sure that it's crystal clear. So crystal clear vision, as well as crystal clear audio, to make sure that they can be clearly heard very well as seen. And at the bottom of the deck we have Beloved One, Archangel Shamael. I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. Now with this being said, I'm also picking up something from this. If this is not for you, there could be somebody you're connected to that's going through this. So if that's the case, you'll know wise. So if you felt like this was not for you, but you felt like you know that someone that you love is going through this, and you felt like you thought that this might have been happening, you're on point, and that you need to bring this to their awareness. And to trust what you've been being told. Because you're being guided, I'm picking up by Archangel Shamael on this situation. Now, for those of you that it does resonate that this is your situation, you might be getting some form of help from someone that's your soulmate or potential soulmate. And that they're helping you in this situation. So they have your back. And if you're not already connected to somebody, someone in your, I'm picking up near future, could be someone that could actually help you in this situation as well. And to accept the help if so. Because you want to use your own discernment, of course, and your intuition. But what I'm picking up from this reading is someone you can trust. But use your own discernment to make sure on that, of course, as always. Now, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the not Archangel, that's what that is. Angel Answers Oracle. See what this has to say on the situation. What else needs to be said on this, or any advice. Oh, I just picked up something else. I'm picking up somebody who, for this is not going to resonate with everybody. I'm picking up just 3 people. This could be somebody you had a love interest that could be. It might be your love interest that might be part of the problem. Especially when you have relationship harmony. They were part of the diversion, is what I'm picking up. Part of the decoy. And they were trying to act like a potential love interest to distract you while this was happening. So this person, take it however it resonates. Use your own discernment to know which parts is for you. But for somebody up to like 3 people, this is going to be for. It could be somebody that you found to be who you thought was your soulmate, which is not. This is a karmic. So don't trust this person. But use your own discernment, because this is not going to be for everybody. So you want to look and make sure. So I'm picking up, don't be so sure about anybody right now. But keep your discernment. Pray and ask for guidance. And you can even ask Archangel Michael to help you in this situation. Is what I'm picking up too. You'll know if which part resonates for you by praying and meditating and maybe even fasting on the situation, so you'll know which one of these will apply for you. So again, take what resonates and leave out the rest, but you always use your own discernment and intuition. I'm also picking up it could be possibly somebody's ex in this situation too. So again, take it however it resonates. Do that one again. I guess I need to do an extra shuffle in that situation. I'm picking up if it's somebody's ex in this situation. You might have been together during this time. And while you were together, when there was a big escalated argument, like big, that was when it was going on. Again, use your own discernment. Pray, meditate on it. So if you're not sure which parts fit with those certain scenarios that's coming through, because remember, this is a general reading for, the general. But for some of you, that could be the scenario as well. So take what applies and leave out the rest. Because keep in mind, this is not a personal reading. I'll take that. Within the next few months. So, within the next few months, I'm picking up for the next few months, not just within the next few months. For this next few months, go ahead, if you have not already been documenting this down, to start doing that. And within the next few months, take that evidence to a PI and possibly or a lawyer to help you in this situation, and then see where to go from there. They'll help you with that. So you want to help yourself, because you need to have the facts. You need the evidence to help yourself. So now that this has been brought to your awareness, or that it's been brought to you that you were right on your hunches, start now. Take that leadership. Have the courage and take that leadership, as in take that initiative to go ahead and start documenting that down, between that leadership and that creative writing card wanting to come out like it did, together like that. So it's letting you know, go ahead and start collecting the evidence. So even before you go to the PI, go ahead and do that, because you need to back things up to show the proof, show the evidence, because otherwise it'll just be like hearsay. You want to back it up. And then within a few months of collecting it, go to a PI and or a lawyer. I'm picking up the advice might be that you really, really don't want to take on both with that. So with that being said, that's the advice so far on that. Let go. Okay. There is a good chance this is somebody you might be still with, for some of you. And it's time to let them go, because they're part of the problem. And again, use your own discernment and your own intuition. Now, for those of you that it could possibly be your ex, you did the right thing by letting them go, because you saw through them in some way. So you obviously knew something wasn't right about them. So take whichever resonates. So if you're with somebody, you might want to pray, meditate, and make sure that this person is not part of the problem. And for those of you that let go of an ex and that you have nobody, have no one, you did the right thing letting them go, because they were part of the mole, is what I'm picking up. They were the mole. They were part of they were meant to be there to be the diversion, the distraction, to keep you from knowing what was going on behind your back, to keep you distracted while they did that, while they were doing the embezzlement and stealing company equipment, etc. And possibly even your clientele, if you had clientele. You'll know, of course, if you have clientele. So take those parts as it resonates as well. And again, trying to frame you to take the fall for what they're doing. I'm also picking up something else. Not only did you let go of for whoever resonates with this part, don't take it if it don't apply. Not only did you let go of an ex, and this is the person that did that, this is letting you know that whoever you're connected to now, if you are connected to someone after letting someone go, the person you're connected to now believes you. So when you do show them the evidence, or let them know what's going on, even before you show them the evidence, they know your innocence already, is what I'm picking up from that too. So this is confirmation that if this is resonating with you, this part, that whoever you're connected to believes you and believes your innocence. And they know you have pure intentions. This is in reverse. It's up to you. Now, this being in reverse is don't lean on your own understanding is what I'm getting. Lean not on your own understanding and give it over to God, to source. Far as don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. Release the outcome, but still take the, the initiative that you need to, and start documenting things down and keeping up the evidence that's needed. So that way you, within the next few months, you can take it to the right people, such as PI and our lawyer. So don't just lean on your own understanding. I'm also picking up you're not by yourself. I'm more so picking that up for sure. That with this being, it's up to you in reverse, meaning letting you know you're going to have people that's going to support you and help you in this situation, and that you're not alone. So not only do you already have a God, source, and your the angels helping you, archangels, especially my Archangel Michael, and this being right underneath it, under Archangel Michael. Not only are you going to have the metaphysical protection, but you're going to have the physical one as well. That's what I'm picking up from that. And this is why it was meant to brought to your awareness, whether you had an inkling of an idea or not. It was meant to be brought to your awareness to give you clarification that you were right, or brought to your awareness to begin with. So that way you can help yourself in this situation. And then go and after you get the documentation, after a few months of documenting the right things down, go ahead and do that. Of course, some of you, if you really feel like you need to, use your own discernment. If you feel like you need to, go ahead and reach out to a lawyer or PI and ask them what kind of, ask their advice on what kind of documentation you should really put forth, to make sure that you can get everything in alignment the way you need to. That would be a good idea too. So it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and talk to one if you want to. But of course, more than likely they'll let you know you need to document things down. But if you really want to know how you should do it, you can seek out the advice of a lawyer or PI, or possibly both, to make sure that you get the right type of documentation of evidence that you need to help back up that to help back up your innocence. So that being said, let's move on to the last card here. I'm also picking up, of course it's kind of hot in here anyway, but I'm picking up for something intuitive about being hot. Not only hot seat, someone's going to be in the hot seat. I'm picking up embarrassment. So somebody is going to be embarrassed because they're going to be put in, this may end up going public in some way. So especially if it goes to a federal level, to the extent of what they're doing. I paused because I just got an insight. This is okay. This might be somebody that's close to you. So it's not just a soulmate. This could be a family member. A family member that has been embezzling within your project, endeavor, or business. So even if you don't have clientele, this still can resonate with you, just to let you know. Or this could be your reading still. So whether they've been taking clientele or physical business property, that's what I've been trying to say too. I couldn't get that part to come out. It could be just embezzling And this could be on a federal level, embezzling from you. And this let go part is, especially with this escalating up here, you might have decided to not have close ties to this person already, and that you were right, you were spot on. So if you had an idea that there was a family member embezzling in your project, endeavor, or business, what have you, whatever you're working on and been working diligently on, you're spot on, you're right. I'm also picking up, it could be even somebody as close as your sister or brother. I'm picking up more heavily because of this woman right here. It could be your sister. And that if you've already been wondering this, you're right. Whoever resonates with this part, you were right. And not to worry, because it's going to be taken care of. And that this could be possibly on a federal level. Okay, moving on to the next card. Success. So this has to do with also them possibly trying to keep you from being successful as well. Obviously. I mean, that's an obvious thing there, obviously. But you're going to have it anyway. That's what I'm picking up from that. And especially, flip over the card at the bottom of the deck. No need to worry. Especially when I picked up this here too. And I just clarified it more. Don't worry. You're going to have your success. And those that's meant to be put in their place will be put in their place. And you will have your justice while they have their injustice. So, I'm going to see what I'm getting overall before I close out this reading. I'm picking up heavily, God's got your back. So I'm picking up whoever resonates with this does believe in God. Heavily is what I'm picking up. And that's why you're heavily protected. I'm also picking up whoever resonates with this part right here, that you truly believe in God and Source. Who's been messing with you the way they have, don't know who you are in the spiritual realm either. That you have high ranking and they don't even realize. So you really have heavy protection. And that they really messed up is what I'm picking up. That part's not going to resonate with everybody, just to put that out there. This is a general reading. But you'll know if that part resonates with you or not. Because you know who you are and who you're not. So only take what applies. So everything is going to be alright. And excuse that. I'm going to go ahead and cut out this reading because apparently somebody wants to be noisy in the background after saying not to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out this reading now. So, with that being said, I hope this brought you some form of clarity and helped you in some way. And be sure to turn on the notification bell so you know each time I upload a new video. And like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, God bless.